In this video, we're going to be memorizing 3 John verse 3. Let's read through the verse. For I rejoiced greatly when the brothers came and testified to your truth, as indeed you are walking in the truth. Okay, you can see there are a number of images underneath, and I'm going to go through and link each image to the verse to help us remember the verse. Let's look, first of all, we have this image of 4 eyes, and then we have a person who is jumping up in the air. And that image is meant to represent, for I rejoiced greatly. And we can see that that is the first phrase in 3 John verse 3, for I rejoiced greatly. We also then have a second image, which we can see there, and that is of 2 people, and they're saying the word testify. I'm just going to add a bit of background. They are 2 brothers. And to their right, you can see that there is a table with the word truth written on it. And that image next to truth is supposed to be a tag that is colored light blue. Light blue represents Gaius, the person to whom the letter of 3 John is being written. So those 2 brothers saying testify, directed at the truth, which is tagged with Gaius, that whole picture stands for the brothers came and testified to your truth. So we've got the first image, for I rejoiced greatly. The second image, the brothers came and testified to your truth. And the third image that we have in here is the word truth written in green. In this video, truth or anything representing truth is going to be green. So the word truth, and inside it, you'll see all these little blue people walking around in truth. And remember that light blue, as I said before, refers to Gaius, the person to whom the letter is being written. So that last picture with little blue people walking in truth, that stands for the phrase, you are walking in the truth. So now we have our 3 clues. For I rejoiced greatly. And we have the second clue, the brothers came and testified to your truth. And the last clue, you are walking in the truth. Now there are a couple of words that we've left out, and those words are when. For I rejoiced greatly when the brothers came and testified to your truth, as indeed you are walking in the truth. So I've actually gone and I have put a blue box around each of those kind of sections. We just need to make a little bit of extra mental effort to remember what those words are. So the first joining word is when, and the second joining phrase, as indeed. So let's try and say the whole verse looking at the pictures only, but remembering those 2 joining phrases. For I rejoiced greatly when the brothers came and testified to your truth, as indeed you are walking in the truth. So what I'm going to do here is add an additional memory aid, and that memory aid is to write out verse 3 by first letter, keeping the punctuation and the capitalization. And we're going to use that as an additional prompt to try and remember the verse. So that's just being written out now. But once that's written out, we're going to use that to try and recite the verse, and then we're going to go back to looking at the images. All right, let's just read through the verse while that's being written out. For I rejoiced greatly when the brothers came and testified to your truth, as indeed you are walking in the truth. So now let's look at those first letters and try and recite it together. For I rejoiced greatly when the brothers came and testified to your truth, as indeed you are walking in the truth. Now you try and recite it. Okay, let's say it together one more time. For I rejoiced greatly when the brothers came and testified to your truth, as indeed you are walking in the truth. I just realized I left off a T at the end, walking in that truth. There we go. Okay. That brings us to the end of this verse. In the next video, we're going to go through verse 4.